Myself T. Usharani. Let me discuss about the subject food technology. Aim of the food technology to create awareness on the need for processing and preservative of foods. The objective of food technology is to design the processing equipment for food industry. The unit 1 an overview. In this general aspect of food industry and world food needs and Indian situation. What is overview of food technology? It covers the unit 1 aims of the food science and food technology. What is the aim of food science and food technology means make available wholesome, that is healthy, nutritious and tasty food at economical rates, and also improve the nutritive value and minimize the loss of essential nutrients during the processing of food and preservation. It ensures the long-term storage stability even at elevated temperatures, and market the processed food of high caloric density in the compact and easily reconstitutable form in lightweight and easily openable containers, and also it prevent food poisoning and contamination and alteration, and then supply to the special dietary requirements of astronauts, patients, sportspersons, and children. It improves the mechanical processing operations such as harvesting to replace or minimize labor cost. And also it develop new variety of instant or convenience food. These are the aims of food science and food technology. Food science. What is food science? It means essential involves the study of problem of dietary needs of the people, different places, that is regions and countries, and also composition of food for adequate diet and nutritional characteristics of various types of foods. It causes of food spoilage, food poisoning, and diseases. Storing and preservation of different types of food with minimum loss of nutrients. What is food technology? This is the information obtained from food science that give the better quality is grown, harvested, stored, processed, preserved, and transported on a large scale food industry. That is called food technology. This is the difference between food science and food technology. Then next, what is food chemistry? What is microbiology? These are food chemistry. It covers the basic composition, structure, and properties of foods and the chemistry of changes occurring during the processing and utilization, developing principles, methods, and techniques for physical and chemical analysis of foods and food products, which are to be related to the standards and the regulations of food processing. These are factors under control of food chemistry. And what is food microbiology? It involves the study of relationship of habitat, that is environment, to the occurrence of microorganism in the foods and microbial action in relation to food spoilage and food manufacturer, physical and chemical biological destruction, that means damage of microorganism in foods, biological examination of food stuff and public health, and food engineering and food processing technology. What is the difference between these two? It is concerned with the engineering aspect, unit operations, processing, including mechanics, heat, mass transfer, rate process, and process control instrumentation. Food processing technology is about the general characteristics of raw food material, that is harvesting, biotechnological methods of food processing and preservation. Processing objective includes factor influencing the food acceptability and preferences, packaging, waste disposal, and sanitation. This is the what food engineering and food processing technology. And generally food is a important for all human being. It is a basic requirement of man other than shelter and clothing. The food gives the energy required for all activities of human body, example growth and repair of damaged tissues, reproduction and nutrition. Food also used to satisfy the primary hunger, and also food is used to satisfy the need to eat. Food is source of power, so food also it is symbol of hospitality, and food is also outlet for emotion. These are the these are the characteristics of food. Food is very important. And where are the what are the sources of food? The raw products of present day food generally originated from two sources, that is, one is plant origin, another one is animal kingdom. The plant sources are grains, example wheat, corn, barley, oats, and rice, etc. And pulses, that is beans, navy beans, fishes, lima, etc. Fruits, the fruit contains tropical fruits, subtropical fruits, stone fruits, berries. Subtropical fruits are banana, pineapple, papaya, and guava. Subtropical fruits are citrus fruit, that is orange, lemon, grape. Stone fruits are peach, cherry, plum, and apricot. Berries, that is strawberries and raspberries. And also vegetable, it is leafy vegetable, root vegetable. It classified into two types. Leafy vegetables are cabbage, panis, etc. Root vegetables are carrot, radish, and turnip, etc. Nuts, almond, peanut, cashew nut, butternut. These are the animal products, animal kingdom. We are obtaining the food from animal kingdom, that is meat, fish, poultry, dairy products, etc. And this is the historical background of food technology, the invention of fire and its effect. The origin of food technology is cooking and cooking more food to make it is in more quantities in more palatable form. And also technological food processing originated as a baking of bread in Egypt as early as 400 BC. It technique mixing and baking. Wine making was known to Roman in 700 BC. The modern food technology starts as early as 1812 when successful canning operation of food was carried out in England. From the onwards, the food technology undergone several modifications. Main aims of food science and food technology, it is make available nutritious, wholesomeness food at economical rates in all over countries, and improve the nutritive value and minimize the loss of essential nutrients during the processing and preservation operations in food technology industries. And also it ensure the storage stability even at elevated temperatures, and also prevent the food poisoning, contamination, and alteration, and also prevent the food illness, and improve the mechanical processing operations such as harvesting to replace or minimize the labor cost. Develop a new variety of instant and convenience foodstuffs. And also, this is the interdisciplinary approach for food technology. The main objective of food science and food technology may be achieved by interdisciplinary approach, that are food science, food technology, food chemistry, food microbiology, food engineering, and food processing and technology. Food science and food technology. Food science means it problem involves in dietary needs of people, different regions and countries, and also it prevent the causes of food spoilage and food poisoning diseases. Food technology means it is a information obtained from food science that better of food quality is grown, harvested, processed, and transported at a large scale. This is the food chemistry, food microbiology, food engineering, and food processing technology. These are the components of food industry. The food industry is divided into four types. One is raw material production, another one is manufacturing section, and third one is distribution, fourth one is marketing section. These are the four section of food industry. The activities of food scientist. Industrial food scientists must find creative way to meet the customer demand. This is the very important objective for new and different products. Then it is successful product development requires a blend of science and creativity. Altering the nutrient content of foods, particularly reducing the calorific content or adding vitamins or minerals. The next, food scientists also find the ways to add desirable vitamins and minerals, example breakfast cereals, etc. And food processing technologies applied in the design and operation of chips, which is process of fish at sea. These are the activities of food scientists. So main activity is to find the creative way to meet the customer demand and new product in different products. And the food scientists also provide the controlled atmosphere storage of fruits and vegetables, and quick freezing of delicate foods with liquid nitrogen or solid carbon dioxide or other low temperature liquids to make food as safe as possible. This is the major role in food scientists. Developed the methods for tenderizing the beef, and also they are studying the modification of beef muscles composition and properties through the vessel feeding practices. They are also the production of milk by cows feed minimum synthetic diets and the organoleptic and functional properties of this milk. And also, food scientists are working on the production of flavors by specific enzyme systems acting on a basic material substrate is to use the new techniques and products emerging from the fields of genetic engineering and biotechnology. In this food technology, the genetic engineering and biotechnologies plays a major role. Food scientists always be concerned with the fields of genetic engineering and food technology. Cost and raw materials. It is removal of iron and liquid foods with the help of electrodialysis. Electrodialysis, safety aspect of food, that is pathogenic microorganism, toxic chemicals such as pesticides and bits of glass or metals. And food scientists are currently investigate the fate of pesticides during food processing. This is very important. Food scientists are involved in establishing the international food standards to promote and facilitate the food trade at the same time to assure wholesome, that is nutritious food and value of food purchased between nations. Food scientists work in conjunction with nutrients to develop standards for the optimum nutritional content of the diet and to determine the how food processing and storage affect the nutrients. These are the main objectives objectives of the activities of food scientist. And then next topic is the general aspect of food industry. The next topic is world food requirements and Indian situation. Food is the source of nutrients and also it provides the energy. It requires for all the human activities of human body, such as growth and repair of tissues, production and substance. These are the main factors of we need the food. So food is a source of nutrients and it provides all kind of energy in human bodies. So food also satisfy the primary hunger and also ability, source of power and symbol of hospitality. It is for outlet of emotion. So the food production is not a problem. So in our country, the food production is not our problem, but the food distribution is the problem. Why means inadequate infrastructure, example roads, some communication, fuel, these are the major factors, and also lack of assistance to scientific knowledge, that is research, lack of research, government interference in the market forces. Sometimes the government also interferes in the market force. Example wars or changing the government structure and corruption involving. These are the major factor. The production is the not a problem, but this distribution of the food is the problem in our country. But recently suggested the distribution of food might not to be the problem instead of unequal distribution of wealth. And nowadays the recent study suggests distribution of food might not be the problem but the unequal distribution of wealth. So we cannot distribute the all people in equal nutrition level, that is crop production, that is food production, not is the problem, but food processed food, it is food consumption, these all are not equal. We cannot provide equal nutritious food to all peoples because the availability of food in different parts of the world is not equal. So the availability of food in different nations is not equal. Many regions having undernourished people why do not get sufficient quantity of food means a more important aspect than quantity of food is the nutritional quality and wholesomeness of food. So the quantity of food is not a major factor, but the quality, that is quality means nutritional quality and the wholesomeness of food is very important. The world food demand is directly related to two factors. One is population and population growth. Another one is income. So the world food demand growing a rate of 2% per year. So the world food demand growing at every year 2%. In this, majorly the world food demand is directly related to what means population and population growth income. So the 2% is divided into 1.8 percentage of this because of population increases and another 0.2 percentage it is because of rising of incomes. And the world population increases, that is USCB, that is United States Census Bureau. The world population surpassed 7 billion in the year March 2012. Between 1600 to 1856, the world population is 1 billion, 256 years. From 1856 to 1936, the world population is 2 billion, that is 80 years. From 1936 to 1981, the world population is 4 billion, but the difference is 45 years. In the March 2012, it is 7 billion a year. It also in this with the population is continuously increasing, nowadays continuously increasing. In low income countries, eight agencies, World Bank and USAID, are focusing on medium and long term efforts to enhance the food security and agricultural productivity. It promoting agricultural development and growth in poor countries, particularly in South Saharan Africa. So the low income countries, it is promoting in low income countries is lagging in agricultural productivity, so we can increase the or promoting the agricultural development and growth in poor countries. The food processing sector, which would one of the main drivers of the Indian economy in the future. The world require investment to the tone of 1 lakh crore to achieve rapid growth. The India has to reposition itself in terms of productivity and commercialization and value addition in quite a few promising sectors such as food processing industry. The growth rate of food processing sector in the country is estimated to have increased from 6 percentage 4 years ago to 14.9 percentage 2015, adding that the government has targeted a 20 percentage growth rate by 2020. The world food requirement and Indian scenario. In Indian scenario, food is the source of nutrients and provides energy for all human activities. But it is also satisfy all kind of that is hunger, appetite. Satiety is the feeling have had enough the desired food after eating it. The source of power. The world food requirement is directly related to population and population growth and income. The crop production and demand for semi-processed and processed foods and food consumption pattern keep changing. Unfortunately, the availability of food in different parts of the world is not equitable. Unfortunately, the availability of food in different parts of the world is not equal, with many regions having undernutritioned people could not get sufficient quantity of food, not nutritious food, but even not even get sufficient quantity of food. many countries or many regions having. A more important aspect of quantity of food is the nutritional quality and wholesomeness of food. It is imperative to achieve the food production target and ensure the quality standard to combat hunger and food related diseases the world over. To meet the food needs in low income countries, aid agencies are focusing on medium and long term effects to enhance the food security and agricultural productivity. Majorly, the meet the food needs in low income countries to the agency to enhance the security and agricultural productivity. There have been calls for increasing the priority and allocation of resources to agricultural development in poorer countries, particularly in southern of Saharan Africas. The World Bank, USAID are two agencies that promoting agricultural development in growth in low income countries. Both indicate that African agriculture development should be a priority. The two agencies are majorly focused on to develop the agricultural activities. Then the food processing sector, which would be one of the main drivers of Indian economy in the future, it would require investigate to the tune of 1 lakh crore to rapid achievement of growth. India has to reposition itself in terms of productivity, commercialization, and value of addition in quite few promising sectors, such as food processing industry. The growth rate of food processing sector in the country is estimated to have increased from 6 percentage per years ago to 14.9 percentage in 2010, adding that the government has targeted a 20 percentage growth rate by 2015. This is the overview of food industry. Thank you.